So let's see. Let's start with one of the devoted who believes that the former president is the victim of a witch hunt and that this is a sign of the demise of our democracy. But the question remains, how can he see Trump as the fix? Bill O'Reilly joins us now. In advance, happy Easter.
So is the Easter Bunny writing your scripts here, Cuomo? Defender-in-chief, all of this? You're painting me
you are Trump's defender-in-chief. You see a silver lining in every cloud that guy puts up.
That's not true. I have done some of the hardest interviews that the man has ever submitted himself to. All you have to do is Google that.
What did I get wrong?
Everything.
Tell me. Just give me one thing before everything. Go ahead.
Okay. This is an international problem now, not just a national problem, and you failed to mention that. So that's a big omission. So Xi and China and Putin, I mean, they're just having a blast watching this. It's another sign of America's disarray. And they're selling to their own people, the Russians and the Chinese, that America is a power in decline. Trump seizes on that for his speech, and that's what he's going to campaign on. All right, so whether you like him or not, the reality is that he's going to campaign for president on the fact, as he sees it, that America's in decline and that he can reverse that decline.
Oh, he doesn't see the decline as a function, or should I say, you don't see the reason to see any perceived decline as a function of his behaviors and words on the international stage, which were roundly condemned. That you don't put into your calculus.
Listen, I'm going to start calling you Miss Cleo, Cuomo, because apparently you can read my mind. All right, I've treated Trump fairly, and I treat Biden fairly, and I treated Obama fairly, and Bush fairly. But I will tell you this prosecution in New York is a fiasco. It's ridiculous.
I don't disagree.
And you know it. And it hurts the country. So I'll just give you one, just one.
I'll take one because you've got none so far.
Bragg comes out yesterday and he says, this is serious criminal conduct. It's serious criminal conduct. So we'll see Trump back here in December with no bail. And then he goes back to Mar-a-Lago and gives a speech. I don't know how serious that is, but it's in December. All right, it's not like 2 months, 6 weeks because it's so serious. Now, we don't know, as you pointed out accurately, and I was happy you at least had said one thing accurately, that we don't know what the overriding crime is, so that this falsification of business records would be charged as a felony. Bragg insinuates it's something about the election, violation of election law, misleading voters in New York State.
Right, maybe.
Okay, I'll give you one name, George Santos. I mean, if the law is about misleading voters in New York State, Santos is running around. He misled voters every second
You're a member of
the campaign.
You voted for him.
What was that?
You're a member of Congress. You voted for him.
Oh, he 3rd District. He's my member. My member. But this is just whatever Bragg tries to do, he sinks deeper and deeper. Look, I didn't even hear any of the left wing.
I don't disagree with the misgivings and the criticism of perceived miscalculations. I'm saying.
So what are you on my case for?
I'm not on
your case.
What are you calling me? I'm saying that
here's what I'm saying.
Here's what I'm saying. You're a historian. You're super smart. You're hyper analytical. Trump does not offer you a promise of better than the behaviors you're condemning right now. He's not a law and order guy. He wanted people investigated. He wanted people locked up. He had a bunch of guys who were around him. We had more people kicked out of his administration for mis and malfeasance that we've ever seen. He never condemned any of them unless it was convenient. And yet, you prop him up as if somehow he's better.
I'm trying to think back on who was kicked out.
I know, you can't even remember because there were so many. He had several different cabinet-level people get him problems. He had problems all over his political class. I'll get you a whole list.
Give me one name,
I'll get you a whole list. I'll get you a whole list of secretaries.
No, give it to me now.
We had the guy who was the head of the Department of Interior who had to go. We had a guy that he wanted to put in charge of the budget who had to go. We had his guy Rob Nelson, or the guy who was next to him who had to go. There were like 15 different members of administration that got out for not being qualified, for lying about things, or having investigations. Oh, come on.
If there was
Look,
any malfeasance, you need to tell your audience exactly what it was
fine,
and who did it.
I will
Because
take
I don't know what you're
everybody
talking
back
about
through
now.
General Flynn and everything else that happened because nobody
That
wants
was
to
before,
live through that again,
that
right?
was during the campaign.
Oh, please. He was in
During the
office.
campaign. Look, I'm not here
I'm just saying,
to
how
stick up
is
for Donald
Trump better than what you're criticizing? That's my point. I don't get how you
I
can
don't
make the leap
care
from here's
about
what's
that.
wrong. Well, but you don't see him as an extension of the trouble. How do we get to a better place if we
Listen,
keep electing people who do what we don't like?
my job is to take a factual situation, all right, not theoretical, and analyze it for its strength and weakness as far as the nation and the folks are concerned.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.